cards I was dealt with before this race, where I really was able to get to with training. By all means, I'm hungry as ever going into this block for Worlds to drop a lot of time.
Ever since I was a chick, and why was a shit? Shawty keep wanna come round, she wanna get hit.
Yeah, so I grew up going to Frankfurt with my grandparents on my mom's side because that's the vacation spot they always had. I think even really as they grew up. And so, you know, other times you have family that has a place up there. So, you know, there were times we'd go out on the boat, do some tubing. I know there was one year where Grandpa whipped the boat a little hard and I may or may not have got a little concussion in the water. But all for fun memories. And then the Sleeping Bear Dunes is like the classic thing that we would always go do. It was a great family spot, so getting to race back there was pretty cool.
Large, there we have it. Thank you.
Went to the village, got checked in, got my bib, got everything. It was one of those days where it's like if you could have wished the race happened on a day, it was like one of those things. It's like I almost wanted to feel like crap a little bit. They always say, you know, feel worse the day before, feel great the next day, but ready and prepared there, and from there it was just about finally getting to racking the bikes.
Yeah? I'll bring him over here. So this is what full-time dog dadding looks like. Come on. Got in last night around 9 o'clock. Said what's up to the fam. Got to bed, got up early this morning. Not that early, kind of slept in to make sure the body felt good. We got out on the road around 8 in the road. I don't know, like just 20-ish minutes. Right around the turnaround of the course with Jake. Getting used to the disc wheel and the new wheels. It feels really good. So now I'm just waiting for Jake to get back, burning a little time, get the bike all stickered up, and then pretty chill day. But good to have the fam here. Uncle Ron racing again. I think I already talked him into IRONMAN Lake Placid next year, so things are going well this weekend. Racked the bike, and so it's been pretty much kind of chill mode since then. I got a haircut, just been eating a little bit here and there, fueling, keeping hydrated, and this is a big builder to New Zealand. Obviously, like this is a key race, kind of the one of the last opportunities to get the race feel and everything down for what I'm working on towards the World Championship. About to go grab some dinner, get some pizza, load up on some carbs with Jake and the crew here, and get to bed, sleep, and then I'll be out there ripping. So looking forward to tomorrow. And yeah, it's getting real. Let's go. I don't know what it was about this morning, but I felt a little bit more nervous than normal. Maybe I was a little bit more nervous because it had been so long. I don't think I've ever had a race stomach this bad. Walking up started getting really like hot flashy and like nauseous out of nowhere. I just kept puking. Like I puked like, I don't know, 4 times maybe.
the whole time, as all these things are happening, I'm like trying not to think about it. When you know exactly the place you're gonna get to and what you're gonna do and how hard you're gonna push your body, I think my brain was probably a little bit more aware of where I was gonna go. As I'm sitting in the swim corral, I realized I made the most rookie mistake and I didn't have my tracker on my foot. Sprinted to my transition, threw it on my ankle and ran back. From there, got the wetsuit on and it was time to race.
This is triathlon. Race day nerves. Forgetting your tracker last minute. All to set personal bests. Proving to yourself it was possible. And doing it all for the people you love most.
Getting out of the water, I had an estimate off of my watch that I swam around, like, I don't know, like I think it was like 33, 34, which was like, meh, it is what it is. It's right around my expectation. I wanted to be closer to 30. I knew I had ground to make up on the swim. This is where the bulk of my training the last 4 or 5 weeks has come in. Typical to Riley things, I always overcook myself on the bike, and then I always overdo the run. It was one of the few times where I wasn't like suffering on the bike and I could actually like soak it up and enjoy it. Ultimately, like, that was the fun of the day. I mean, I passed probably 400 people. With this being, you know, kind of a family vacation spot, I had a huge support crew. The house that everybody was staying at was right there, and I got a flyby. Although I was probably doing like 30 miles an hour and I couldn't really see everybody, I could see all the white RiseX digital shirts, and I got to see my crew, and it was pretty special. When there's very few bikes in the transition area when you come in, that's a good sign.
In a cloud with some wines and I pipe down. Shawty got me out too high. I be stepping on the beach in some white ones. Can't control, I think I'm too fly.
When I was coming into that curve and my family and everybody's cheering me on into the finish line, and that's usually where I kick and I just sprint if I can, you know, or I drop to like 5-minute pace. And I couldn't. I knew, like, I mean, every step was like, this could cramp, this could cramp.
It's not about the way, yeah, this way you go.
Like right as I get through the finish line, I know Ricky saw it, I was pretty pissed off. But then as I've had time to reflect and I realized, you know, the cards I was dealt with before this race, where I really was able to get to with training, I can't not be proud, but to walk away with a PR on overall time, PR on the bike, PR on the run, personal best on power for the whole ride too. I think that next race, I'm gonna be able to put these pieces together and drop a good chunk of time and start to see a result. By all means, I'm hungry as ever going into this block for Worlds to drop a lot of time. You know, I'm very ambitious. As the T Foley Elite Team group chat has talked about, Trevor's talked about breaking 4 hours. That's a huge goal of mine. I'm 31 minutes and some change from there now. But when I started 70.3s back a couple years ago, I mean, I was finishing around 5 hours and 20 minutes. So who's to say, with, you know, solid work, staying healthy, and just buying into the program that coach is putting together, that I can't get there. So it's time with this to take the fuel, take the solid momentum I got from 70.3 Michigan and roll it into the next build. I'm not sure what's next yet. That's what it's gonna be from here until Worlds, is a lot of big work, maybe a race, maybe not, but expect to see a lot of really, really hard training, and I can expect to get a lot faster in swim, bike, and run. And so I'm hungry and ready to get back to the top of this age group.
Send in a quick audio. Whenever you get a chance to call me later, feel free, but didn't feel right not giving you the update because it happened yesterday, but crashed on the trail, wrecked my bike. I guess it'll make a hell of a comeback story for something, man.